In this video, I think we're up to day 9, and I'm just waiting for the BX to wake up and lift itself up, and we'll head off for what I hope is going to be another interesting day. The auto choke's not doing well this morning, is it? It also sounds like the hydraulic belt is slipping a bit, but probably needs tightening up, but I don't think I've got the tools to do that, so it goes away after a bit, it'll be fine. So today's destination is Waitangi, which is where New Zealand became New Zealand. It's where the local Maori tribes signed up with the British for protection, effectively. It's what led to New Zealand becoming part of the Commonwealth. It's why New Zealand still has the Queen as a monarch. So we're going to see what that's all about. Should see some more traditional Maori goings on today, hopefully. I mean, the thing is, there's been so much integration here, but you get people of all races everywhere. So you can go into a shop, you might be served by someone of Maori descent, perhaps other immigration, you know, China, Japan, Thailand, or someone who's of European New Zealand descent. So yeah, everything just feels very natural here. I mean, I'm sure it's not all picture perfect. It never is when there's an indigenous population, but yeah, it doesn't feel like anyone's at any other group so far. So we're just going to drive back into Paihia, where I've been staying, and because I've been staying here a few days, I've not actually clocked up that many miles in the BX. I think we've probably covered under 600 miles in total since I collected the car. Yeah, there we go, the Bay of Islands up ahead of us. What an amazing photo from 1940, a hacker in full swing.
Ready? The ceremony begins.
Well, that was impressive. They're doing photo opportunities now, but yeah, that was quite the experience. Very, very loud. They certainly didn't need amplification. Yeah, healthy singing voices, I think we can say. I think I'm now going to go and find a cup of tea, having felt culturally enriched. Well, I think I'm about done here at Waitangi, and it's only midday, which makes the $50 entry fee seem a little on the high side. I mean, it's a nice place and all, and there's some very interesting history here, but yeah, the ticket's valid for 2 days, but I've kind of done it all in a morning. The cultural bit was quite good. I enjoyed that. Lots of singing. Wasn't allowed to video that. But yeah, I've decided not to actually include any of the stuff I filmed here because, you know, I tried talking about New Zealand history, and the simple truth is, yeah, I'm not a historian, and if you get it wrong, you get absolutely bloody lynched. So this is a car channel. So back to the cars. And I don't know what essential locking does that as we start rising up. Today I'm off to Kawakawa, or rather now I'm off to Kawakawa, where there is the Bay of Islands vintage railway, and they're having a spot of bother at the moment. They're running a diesel service which runs down the middle of the road, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. Yeah, they've got a steam engine they would like to run, but it needs a new boiler, and that's $350,000, which is money they don't have. So I'm going to go and spend some money there because I think they need it. Whee! Just look at the state of that though. Wow. It is also a bit naggy here. You will see lots of signs like this about seatbelts, about putting your headlights on. Very, very common to get nagged here. See? Hoon! Very hard to explain what's so good about Citroen BX steering, but I'm not sure I've ever driven any car with power steering that feels like a BX to punt into a corner. I really can't put my finger on what it is that makes it so good. It's nice and direct, but it's not too direct. It doesn't feel twitchy. Only 80-kilometre limit here, so I can't go too crazy, but I'm still enjoying this drive very much. And here we go. This is Kawakawa. This feels a bit busy and cosmopolitan. You'll notice the tracks down the middle of the road. That is the train tracks. I'm hoping to get some footage of the train coming down the road at some point today. But that's purely because it was originally a tramway, and then it kind of extended into being a railway. Big old truck there. I really do like their American trucks, and there's a Ford Telstar on the left. That's effectively a Mazda 626. Make sure there's no train coming up behind me as we go across. Railway Station Cafe, that could be just the ticket. Spend my money there. Now, believe it or not, these public toilets are a tourist attraction. There are signs up for these, designed by Hundertwasse, if I pronounced that right, probably haven't. He's a German designer who lived in New Zealand, has a very distinct style, as you can see from the columns. That's very much of his style, and they're building a huge building in the middle of Whangarei that will feature his style. It's going to be an amazing looking place. So there you go, scenic toilets. And here we go. Here comes a train straight down the middle of the high street. Doesn't seem the best idea, really. Nonetheless, it sort of works. Yeah, maybe best steadily does it. If I ran, I could keep up with it, but I'm not going to run. There's a Ford of some sort. A Nissan Avenir behind it, sold in the UK as the Primera Estate. There we go. Oh, we've got some hot coach action coming up. So I think we'll just stay here and enjoy it. I'll just get in slightly so I don't get run over. Yeah, that nice Volvo. And look at this beast. That's got some hot wiper action going on. Interesting. Motor coach. Diesel power. Cummins, I think. Interesting number plate, I'm PC. Politically correct. Oh look, some prisoners. So this is the loco that's effectively standing in for the steam train at the moment. That's a big old engine in there. Oh yeah. So look at this enormous wooden bridge that the railway has been working on. I've had to replace all these wooden piers all the way across and put fresh concrete blocks underneath. It's quite an insane amount of work. It's not yet okayed for trains to go across, but they're working on that. And yeah, there is a cycleway along it. Quite extraordinary bit of engineering. So hopefully trains will be back across that relatively soon. They've done one trial run, but they need to get the track inspector in. So yeah, no ride across the bridge today. Apparently there used to be a wharf down here where the railway used to run, sort of probably along here, and then the barges would take coal down to the sea. And apparently that was in use to the 1940s just because of how bad the roads were, so it was just used as general freight. And here we go, returning down the line. It doesn't go all that far at the moment because of the difficulties with the bridge. It's been a nice little run out. It's wonderfully not smooth, but the views are truly brilliant. You can hardly accuse it of being busy either. There's 5 passengers, so how this poor railway makes money, I'm not sure. But that's the road we came in on from Pai here in the distance behind the trees, and apparently built by the American military during the war. Oh, there we go, there's the gear change. Yep, we came down that hill across that bridge, and in a moment we will cross the road. So I've got all these lashing points for bikes, so you can cycle down and come back if you want. There are cows. Cows who don't like horns, which is a bit ironic when you think about it. And there we go across State Highway 11. As you can see, the roads are not very busy. Yes, watch out everyone, we're coming through. Yeah, interesting buses. Yep, give way everyone, we're bigger than you. This is a train ride experience I've certainly never had before. Apparently the council would quite like to not have a railway in the middle of the road, but the railway people simply say, well, the railway was here first, the road was added around the railway, so if you want something to move, it should be the road. I like their attitude. A certain BX relaxing in the car park, sunshades deployed. Yeah, here we are. It's all slightly dishevelled, slightly careworn. I absolutely love it. And stop. Yeah, there's quite a bit of work to do on this little steam loco.
That's all the bits and pieces.
Yeah.
She's 30 tons.
Well, so a long way to go. It's another day. It's another Airbnb. So let's go inside. X can enjoy some shade, so that's good as we come in. Different, but yeah, this door handle is already hinting that this is quite an old building, and I just love it. I love the sliding door for the bathroom. The bathroom is probably the most modern part of this place, even though it's a plastic sink, very of its time, I think. But yeah, just look at the furniture. There's a load of old books. This one I find particularly amusing. I'm not sure what Jeffrey Archer knows about honour, to be honest. If we progress through, some lovely old furniture, someone's messy old suitcase, a gorgeous iron bedstead, just fantastic. There's a double bed, but alas, that will be getting underutilised this evening. Nice old simple chest, and even the window catches are magnificent, I think. And the view's not bad either. Moving away, we've got another comfortable chair for me to recline in later. A blanket should I feel the need. Nice big mirror. But it's all got that slightly prefab feel. I just really like it. And look, I've even got some scales. So if I'm worried that the local drug dealers are ripping me off, I can check. That is a joke, don't arrest me. I just wish there was someone here I could smack on the bottom with a Woman's Weekly, but there you go, you can't have everything, can you? So yeah, I like this place quite substantially. Even got a Maori carved paddle up there. Better bring you up to date with where I've been in New Zealand. I flew into Auckland, spent a couple of days there, then came down to this sort of area here, which is where the BX will be living. And then drove back up. Matamata is where Hobbiton is, and came back up to Auckland for that car meet. Then I came up to somewhere about here, stayed the night there, and then spent 2 days in Whangarei, or Whanarai, as someone said with ENG kind of creates a silent noise. So I've heard at least 3 different ways of pronouncing that place. That's what I'm going for, Whangarei. Then I came up to Paihia, sorry, and went off and had my little boaty cruise around there, and I'm now slightly south. I had actually stopped pretty much in Paihia. I'm now slightly south. I'm now going to come and base myself up here before going to Cape Reinga. which is the very top of New Zealand. And then I'm going to work my way back down this side, back down to Auckland, spend some time there, say hello to all the Auckland people again, do quite a few road tests. And then there's an awful lot of New Zealand left to see. You can see I'm zoomed in at the moment. If I find my cursor and zoom out, yeah, I've still got quite a lot of South Island left to see. And all, sorry, that's the south of North Island to see, and then all of South Island. I've got a vague idea of being down Dunedin way by Christmas, and yeah, that's pretty vague. Where's Christchurch? Christchurch isn't showing at the moment. I have a feeling Christchurch is somewhere near Queenstown, and I've noticed there are a lot of camper vans for cheap hire, so I might try and do a bit of touring down there. I'm not sure how, and then camper van back up to Auckland, because that's where they all want to be, because people tend to fly over from various places to Auckland, drive down to Christchurch, and then fly back again. So all the camper vans end up stuck in South Island. That's a vague idea. I won't know if that happens until it happens, but yeah, still an awful lot to do. And as for yeah, Australia over here, it's big. Can I drag that over? So when we get to Australia, my vague plan was just to do Sydney down to Melbourne and fly over to Tasmania here. But actually, people want me to go a bit further, I think, and that's the same up that way as well. But distances get quite big. You know, look, there's the whole of New Zealand, and I've only driven this tiny little bit up the north. There's an awful lot there, and it's going to be really hot as well. So I'm not quite sure how Australia is going to work. It'll be fun to find out.